Hello class, welcome to today's lesson. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. In our previous lesson, we looked at plants and the different kinds of plants we have, some of the benefits and uses of plants, and the way to care for plants. Today we are going to learn about animals. Under animals, we would be learning about wild animals, we'll be learning about domestic animals, we'll learn about birds, fishes, insects, and also the uses of animals, some of the benefits we derive from animals. I'm going to divide the lesson into two, and so today's lesson we are going to look at wild animals, domestic animals, birds. And then in our next lesson we will look at fishes, we'll look at insects, and then the uses of or the benefits we derive from these animals. Now, before we look at wild animals, let's try to know what animals are. Animals are living things that live on earth, just like you and I, all of us. As a matter of fact, human beings are also animals, but we are higher animals. The lower ones are the ones we are looking at today. That is the goats, the sheep, the dogs, the cats, the fowls, so on and so forth. I know you know a lot of animals and you see some. Some of you even rear animals at home. And so all of them are under animals. And that is what we're going to look at. Animals are of different types. They are of different types. We have animals that walk on two legs, like the fowls, like the duck. We have animals that walk on four legs, like the sheep, the goat, the cats, the dogs. We have animals that crawl on their bellies. We have the snakes and so on and so forth. There are so many lizard families. These are all animals. And so we are going to look at them. Now, to begin with, wild animals. Some of you already know what wild animals are. When you hear the term wild animals, you go, wow, wow. Some of you know that wild means dangerous animals. Some of you don't also know what it means. Wild animals are animals that live in the bush, they live in the forest, they live in the jungle. They don't live in our homes with us, partly because some of them are dangerous. As a result, we cannot live with them. You already know animals that are dangerous. For example, we have the tigers, we have the lion, we have the elephant. And if you have an elephant at home, it will destroy things around. When you dry things, an elephant can go and push them down. They can destroy houses, buildings. They can destroy hen coops, so on and so forth. And so we cannot have these animals at home. They are called wild animals. The second group of animals are the domestic animals. Domestic animals are animals that live with us in our homes. They are animals that we train to obey us, and they don't pose any threat or danger to our lives. I know some of you, is there anyone amongst you who doesn't have an animal at home? Some of you have cats, some of you have dogs, some of you have fowls, some of you have monkeys. All these are domestic animals. The most common domestic animal I choose to call man's best friend is the dog. The dog is an animal that you can train to be in the house, to watch over your house, and also be your companion. Wherever you go, the dog will follow you to the place. And you can even, hunters are able to train dogs for hunting and so on and so forth. So the most common animal that we have in our homes is the dog. The next is the cat. And people love cats because they are cute, they are nice. When they are young, the young cat, we call it kitten. Children love to play with them. They are hairy, they have a lot of fur on them, and children love cats. All these are domestic animals. Now, these animals that we keep in our homes, there are some we call pets. And these pets are animals that we choose as our friends. Pets are animals we use as friends, or we make friends with, and we find pleasure in doing things with them. They help us. People have parrots as pets, people have dogs as pets, people have cats as pets. And so all those animals fall under domestic animals. And then we look at birds. That is our last topic. Birds are those animals with wings. There are birds that can fly. Most birds actually fly. They fly very high in the sky. Among these birds, examples of them, we have the pigeon, we have the dove, we have the eagle. You have seen different kinds of birds. There are birds we don't even know their names. They also come in different shapes and colors. Some are big, some are small, some are white in color, others are red. You see the red birds, people have different names for them. They normally come around during the farming season. We have yellow birds, we have black ones, we have brown ones. These are birds. There are other birds who have feathers but they don't fly. Though they can fly, but they don't like flying. And they can also fly very far. Examples, we have the guinea fowls, we have the fowls at home, the ducks. When you become critical, they fly, but these birds don't like flying. Well, I hope you have learned something on birds. We would answer some questions on just what we have done. So you check and download the questions and answer. I will mark and then we'll discuss your answers. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you very much.